What if there was a world where armored reptiles ruled? Welcome to Kappa, the world of turtles, a speculative evolution project. This is a distant planet, seeded long ago with just one vertebrate, the alligator snapping turtle. Alongside a supporting cast of triops, butterflies, moths, and a tangle of wetland plants, they were left for 10 million years to adapt in myriad ways to this humid, swampy world of endless wetlands and perpetual storms. Here, on the continent of Vosum, in the vast Merbos River basin, we follow one of its apex predators as he ventures deeper into an environment known as the rot blooms, where unseen dangers lurk, and colossi wade through the putrid haze of this vast, seasonal swamp. Raphael is just finishing the grisly work of consuming his latest meal. With each bite, the cutting edges of his bladed beak are perpetually sharpened, glinting darkly as they grind against each other like whetstones. Mineralized deposits of iron within the keratin give these edges incredible strength and an almost sword-like sharpness. With his belly full of fresh flesh, Raphael pushes on through a maze of ever-tightening black and purple roots. The hyacinth's deathly fingers grasp so keenly around him that he is unable to swim normally. Luckily, the ends of his flippers are tipped with curved claws, preserved from his ancestors, that allow him to crawl cautiously forward. Marching steadfastly in front of him like a passing freight train is a blundrith. This enormous, centipede-like triops descendant shuffles along the riverbed, devouring detritus that would merely be scraps to fuzzier eaters. It has grown massive on this diet of remnants, measuring 5.5 meters long from head to tail. It is strange to see a descendant of water-breathing triops in this suffocating, stagnant swamp, but unlike its ancestors, it can avoid breathing water entirely. Up until now, it has been holding its breath, avoiding respiration until it has no choice but to breathe. Using the pointed tip of its elongated tail, it works its way through the dense mat of floating vegetation, before extending a breathing tube into the muggy stillness. It pulls air down into a series of book lungs, formed from internalized gills that overlap one another in a layered network of hypervascular tissue. Its external gills, waving in the water, excrete the toxins it has absorbed from its food. When the rot blooms are finally swept away, it will switch these structures back to aquatic respiration once more and creep into deeper waters away from the sunlight. Before we dive deeper into the rot blooms, I'm excited to share that this episode is sponsored by, well, me. I am delighted to let you know that I'm opening a print store. The very first item on offer is a print of the rot blooms ecosystem, inspired by mid-century paleo art and painstakingly painted by yours truly. It's the very first print I've ever released, so if you've been waiting for a way to support the channel and get something totally unique for your wall, now's the time. You can grab one at kappaworldofturtles.com, links in the description. Now, back to Raphael's journey. Obscured by layers of roots is the largest scavenger that the rot blooms has to offer. A glorm. It is almost as long as Raphael, and outweighs him by nearly half a ton. Its massive, hooked bill pries open the shells of even the most heavily armored corpse, specially shaped to lever apart solid plates of segmented carapace. It uses these mighty instruments to begin the cycle of scavenging in the rot blooms. Animals like the blundrith and gulmar would struggle to scrape out a meal if it weren't for the glorm and other large scavengers. With a huge, barrel-chested body and short, sturdy legs, it is built like a hippo and has a temperament almost as fierce. And ever curious, Raphael simply gets too close. Raphael's incredible jaws have driven the scavenger into the darkness, but in the scuffle, he has become entangled in the deathly tendrils of the hyacinth roots, wedged between the weight of vegetation and a massive, smooth boulder. He has become trapped. As he struggles and kicks, he only manages to ensnare himself ever more tightly. After the fight, his oxygen reserves are depleted, and there is no opening in sight. He is at serious risk of drowning. A 90-year-old Cholnogroth. At 15 meters long and 22 tons, she is the biggest animal that Raphael has ever seen, and is perhaps the largest animal on the entire planet. She is Kappa's first true titan. This giant is so large that she is unable to carry her own weight on land. Past a certain age, Cholnogroths spend their days walking along the riverbed, reaching up to the surface with a long neck, and able to swim only with great effort. What appears to be a large horn protruding from her head is actually a snorkel. This giant was resting, but with Raphael disturbing her, it is time she continued her feast. On the edge of her buffet, towering 3 meters over its peers, is a Pallas hyacinth. Many species of this plant are a high-energy delicacy, but others hide a secret, undyingly loyal garrison. bitten into a heavily guarded fortress. Its defenders swarm out to repel the colossal invader, biting and stinging with syringe-like mouthparts and barbed ovipositors. These moths lay their eggs in homes specially grown for their young, and defend their kingdom with their life. Much better. Her movements break up the water hyacinth into a less treacherous feeding ground, granting smaller herbivores an opportunity to share in the banquet. A family group of Urfa. These youngsters have just reached maturity, and so have grown spiny, bludgeoning bumps from each shoulder. They test their strength with their newfound weaponry, cracking them against one another with a woody thud, like logs colliding in a river. To feed, the Urfa wade out into these now accessible waters. With their lungs positioned at the top of their shells, they are surprisingly buoyant, able to comfortably paddle well out of their depth. With enough feeding, a group of Cholnogroth and Urfa will clear out this entire section of river. They act as ecosystem engineers, unthreading the hyacinth's tangling grasp on dominance, to give other life here a chance. And not least of all, they forge an escape path for one wayfaring apex predator. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Before you go, a brief reminder that prints and other products are now available to purchase for US and UK customers. And if they don't suit you or you can't get a hold of them in your region, please consider supporting me on Patreon. And if you'd like to learn from me, I am also doing one-on-one concept art and world-building mentorships through Huckleberry Art Academy. Links to all of those in the description. This was a massive amount of work, and I really hope you've enjoyed it. But for now, thanks for watching, and see you next time on Kappa, the World of Turtles.